We asked AI, is the human brain more complex than the universe? AI answered, while the universe contains vastly more matter, the human brain is often considered the most complex system in the known universe due to its intricate network of over 100 trillion synaptic connections, allowing for consciousness, thought, and creativity, a level of intricate organization that surpasses even the vastness of galaxies in terms of interconnected function. Now we'll pick up on this quote a little later on. Hey everyone, this video will be part 2 of a video we posted last week entitled The Human Brain, Cosmic Accident or Intelligent Design. We made the claim that the human brain is the most complex object in the universe. We made the argument that it's virtually impossible for it to have been produced by a sheer accident, and that intelligent, purposeful design is the real cause for its creation, not chance working with billions of years of time. In this video, we will read what AI had to say in response to my question, is the human brain the most complex object in the universe? Hi, my name is Todd, and welcome to Mission Millennial Z Alpha Generations, where we share the other side of the creation story with today's youth. Now, before we read the AI answer, before we pick up where we left off, let's briefly review part 1 of our series on the human brain. And this is an argument we made, the a fortiori argument. The a fortiori, the even more certain argument. Now, a fortiori, by the way, is a simple concept. And we can illustrate it this way. If I can't bench press 100 pounds, it's even more certain that I cannot bench press 500 pounds. The argument. The human brain is the most complex structure in the universe, possessing more information processing units than all the computers, routers, and internet connections on Earth. Conclusion. If modern computers require a designer, how much more certain did the origin of the human brain require one? Note, the naturalist's causally bankrupt trinity of time, chance, and evolution can't even produce the individual parts of a laptop or brain, let alone, a fortiori, the complete structure themselves. Now, if you want to watch part 1, we'll leave a link in the description, and we'd like to hear your thoughts on that particular video. Now, let's get back to the AI quote and pick up where we left off. Comparing them is difficult as they operate on different scales and types of complexity, but the brain's dynamic neural architecture is uniquely intricate, leading many physicists and scientists to call it the most complex object known. Why the brain is seen as more complex? Vast connections. With roughly 86 billion neurons, the brain boasts over 100 trillion synapses, connections, a staggering number that some equate to the stars and thousands of galaxies. Emergent properties. This immense connectivity enables consciousness, self-awareness, language, and abstract thought, functions we haven't replicated or fully understood, unlike the physical laws governing the cosmos. Functional intricacy. While a galaxy is large, its components, stars, gas, are relatively inert compared to the brain's dynamic, self-organizing, and information processing network. The universe's scale versus the brain's intricacy. The universe. The cosmos is immense, containing countless galaxies, stars, and complex phenomena like black holes, governed by fundamental forces. The brain. The brain's complexity lies in its architecture and emergent functions of a mind, a system of biological computation that continues to baffle scientists. And why does it baffle scientists? Well, I don't really want to get too far into the weeds on this, but there's a thing called dualism. And there are some atheists who are dualists, by the way, that say that, yes, we have a material brain, but we also have an immaterial mind. Now, that's incoherent. But for theists, it's not incoherent because we believe there is not just the physical brain, but housed within that is the mind, or you could say the soul of man, an immaterial entity within him. And that bespeaks of a creator. So we'll save that for another time, but I just thought I'd mention that when it says continues to baffle scientists. It baffles them because they're materialists. You see, everything must be explained by materialistic, naturalistic processes. All right, the verdict. There isn't a single objective answer, as complexity is hard to measure across such different systems. In other words, there's nuance to this question of the brain and the universe. Which one is more complex? However, the consensus among many scientists is that the human brain, with its unparalleled functional intricacy and capacity for consciousness, holds the title as the most complex structure in the known universe, even surpassing galaxies in its organizational depth. Now, that is truly amazing. And I think if you're an atheist or a naturalist, you should really give this some serious thought. Do you really believe this could happen by a pure, one-off accident without design at all? Now, I asked those type of questions in my part 1 video, so I'm going to end with those questions for you to consider, and I'm going to ask for your feedback in the comments section. All right, here it is. Yes or no question. Without the hands-on assistance of intelligent design, could the atheistic trinity of chance, an empty word having no causal power, evolution, and trillions of years of time ever produce a simple handheld calculator? Yes or no? If no, how did it create an infinitely greater technological marvel of the human brain? Now, to put this in a simpler form, a simpler question, do you really think nature can do by accident what our most brilliant PhD scientists can't do on purpose? Yes or no? If yes, please explain. Explain yourself in the comments section if you want to take on this question. All right, we'll end it there. Thank you for listening to this video. Thank you for following along if you made it to the end. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.